we're back. Welcome to the Ali Family Podcast. First episode of the new year. How you feeling?
I feel great.
Yes, it is good to be back. We had to take a little break for mental health, wellness, family time, holiday time, but now it's back to business. You're watching us on YouTube. Welcome back, Fam Ali. Always want to give a shout out to the family members. If you're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, anywhere where there's a podcast, if you're listening to us there, welcome as well. You're in for a great show. We've talked a little bit about being back for the new year. We're past resolutions. Resolutions are very 2020. A lot of people left their resolutions back in 2020, and now it's all about goals and SMART goals and trying to just be a better version of themselves.
I agree. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of buzz about people throwing away resolutions because they feel like it doesn't inspire them to reach their goals. It's kind of setting them up to be disappointed.
I know for me, I'm all about the SMART goals. We've shared some of those with you all before. What would one goal be that you wanted to just share with everyone?
One goal that I'm really excited about, really proud of my progress in, is making a schedule, a daily visual schedule for our youngster.
That's a good one. Before we get any further, happy Black History Month.
Yes.
To everybody listening. It is officially Black History Month.
I'm very excited about Black History Month. And it's also Valentine's Day month, which is exciting.
A lot of the ladies get excited when it comes to Valentine's Day. A lot of guys feel like it's your time where you got to get a lot of stuff planned and get everything in order to make sure that the plan works out. So I think from the guy's perspective, it's probably a little stressful, but I know with the ladies, it's a really nice time. So if you're out there and you're trying to find some plans, listen to your lady, and hopefully something that she mentions gives you a hint on something that you can do. At the end of the day, if you all are together, having a good time and enjoying each other's company, then it's a win. That's my goal. Those are my goals when it comes to that time of year. I think guys just understand at a young age what it is and then just respond accordingly if that's what you believe in. I do know there's a lot of guys that just don't believe in it and they make their choices. Trust me, I know I'm not the only person who, back in my single days, would make sure that from December to February, I was single.
Stop it.
Hey, I'm telling you, when you're single out there and you're not married, you're not in a committed relationship, and you're just out there dating and trying to really just figure things out, take a break from dating from December to February. Trust me. Maybe even throw in November. Say from the week before Thanksgiving time until the week after Valentine's Day. Just give yourself that break. If you're out there, you're single, if you're thinking about getting into something, wait until about the third week of February to try to get into something.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's really awkward when you're dating out there to really begin a relationship at the beginning of the holiday season, because you really just end up being forced into a lot of scenarios that you don't really know if you even want to be in with a person yet. But because that's the time of year, you might feel internally or externally pressured to just throw that person in. And it might be a one and done season. Like, it might just be you met this person and you're dating for a month. And then that month, you got Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day. And you might not even have wanted to get that close and families and all of that stuff. And then next year comes around and your family's like, oh yeah, what happened to so? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what happened to so-and-so. I never imagined it going that far, but we started dating close to Thanksgiving. And now y'all all asking what happened to her. So I'm not saying to do that, but I'm saying be aware of when you start something just from the perspective of somebody who's not in a relationship yet. Like if you're just dating or you're single and thinking about getting into something, just wait that season out. Wait until about February 20th. And then, go to a Black History Month event out there, mix and mingle. You got the rest of the year, a lot less pressure. You don't have to worry about introducing the family members if that's not where you're at. Save an extra couple of dollars. Trust me, it's not a bad idea. But if you're in a relationship or if you're married, obviously that advice is out the window. That was just a little quick message to the singles or the people who are thinking about becoming more intimate with the person they're dating with. Not intimate, but more exclusive with the person that they're dating.
So 3 things. Number 1, that is hilarious. Number 2, it makes so much sense. Number 3, I'm remembering when we started dating. It's all coming full circle. But I mean, luckily you found your good thing. And every single holiday season,
yes,
you have to do things.
Yes. But if we would have met in December, it would have had to wait a little bit longer. Hey, I practice what I preach. I'm not only sharing this, these are real things that I did in my life. And it just kept, it keeps you in certain situations where you don't have to be worried about, oh man, what am I going to do next season? Like next Thanksgiving, Aunt so-and-so is going to ask what happened to so-and-so. And don't let you be talking to somebody new during that time. Then it gets all messed up. And you only met that person for 3 weeks. But that 3 weeks, they met everybody. And yeah, I've been there. Trust me, you don't want to be there. I'm telling you from my life learned lessons. But yeah, off this, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just wanted to just share that. Kind of fast forwarding back into our married life, back into Valentine's Day. It is exciting to be able to look forward to that and to always think about, oh, well, we did this last year. How can I make it even more a special event this year? Or 2 years ago, we did this. I know we got to do this now. So for me, it's always kind of having to meet or exceed the experience from last year. So I kind of hold myself in that space of, you got to improve what you did. It can't be less than what I did the previous year. It can't be the same. So it at least has to be a notch above.
It sounds like you're about to spend a whole lot of money.
Last year was a pandemic year. We were okay last year. We were following the mandates of the CDC, so we didn't go too wild. This year, we'll probably get a chance to get out more a little bit. We'll move around a little more. I do also want to say, we're coming to you very close to Valentine's Day. You're most likely hearing us or seeing us on a Thursday. But coming back bigger this year, bringing new conversation, new topics, a little more of what you're used to from us, but also bringing some new stuff. So with that, you're going to be getting us consistently on Thursdays, new episodes from us. So that's something to be keeping your ears and eyes out for.
I think this is a great time to say, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. All platforms. If you're on YouTube, hit the notification bell so on Thursdays, you get notified when we do premiere.
If you're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, or iHeart, definitely make sure that you're following or subscribe to us on those platforms, just so that you get that notification on your phone for your listening pleasure as well. Viewership on YouTube, audio listening on different platforms. Looking forward to topping last year. We got some really good analytics. You know how everybody does the wrap up, right? So YouTube does the wrap up, Spotify does the wrap up. Our podcast is actually in different countries. That was pretty cool. So we have the United States, we also have Canada, and also the UK. So to our listeners in the UK, Canada, as well as in the Caribbean, welcome. And also to our base here in America, definitely, you know the vibes.
Yes, that is so exciting. Thank you all for continuing to view.
Compared to last year, we're getting started earlier this year. Our first episode aired last year, the third week in March. Not only are we kicking this year off in February, Black History Month, also the month for lovers. We're making sure that each and every Thursday, you already know what you're getting. You're getting us. Just to give some YouTube love, you kind of brought us into the short world. That was really cool. October, we did the whole Vlogtober, and for that month, the majority of the days we did shorts, and all of the shorts that you shot, numbers were up, like over 1K, 2K, hundreds of views. So you will start to get more shorts from us. Once we get to 500 subscribers, you also will start to get some more love from us in that community tab. So we'll show you some more love there. We're really close. So once again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. We're focused on our people, on our culture, celebrating Black excellence, Black culture, Black love. We believe that it's important that that's what going to be what we're focused on. And the more consistent we do it, more people will find it and love it. Growing this community, learning more what the people are thinking about, what we're sharing. There's going to always be new things to talk about. But one thing that we are doing different, we're going to start to really focus on some more evergreen topics. So that is something to be looking for from us as we continue. We'll still be getting the information that's relevant to the culture. We'll definitely make sure that that's covered and continue to bring this content in 2022. One way to look at it will be that there will be some specific topics that we'll talk about. So we still have what's important to us, things that we like to do for our leisure. So we still watch movies, watch shows, listen to music. So that will be covered. We'll share that. We're still focused on what's going on in the culture. So those things will still be talked about. We'll just have additional topics that can elevate that past the point of it just being related to what's happening in the news cycle. So I guess a good example of that, kind of merging all of that together in a ball. You mentioned Valentine's Day Verzuz, which we haven't talked about in a little while, is doing a special event for Valentine's Day. Some of your favorite crooners from the early 2000s are bringing their heat. They're bringing their melodies, their ballads. One of them is one of your favorite singers who we actually saw together.
Musiq Soulchild?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So Musiq Soulchild is doing a versus with actually somebody that I recently had a somewhat in-person experience with via Clubhouse on his birthday, and also a NFT launch, Anthony Hamilton.
Nice.
So it's going to be Anthony Hamilton versus Musiq Soulchild on Valentine's Day.
Oh, this is news to me. This is so yeah. Singer. Wow. I think that's great. That's going to be so exciting. They both have major hits. Can't Talk to Me About Charlene.
Coming from where I'm from.
That one too.
From.
Can't Talk to Me About Love.
Love.
Yes. They both have qualities that are sort of unique to them. So first of all, Anthony Hamilton, his voice is like a throwback to the 70s or whatever. Yeah. Growing up in my household, there were pretty much about 3 generations of women in my household, including myself. And we all enjoyed his music. My dad did too, but just to talk about like the 3 different generations of people, they all liked it. And then Musiq Soulchild, he was my favorite for a while. Like in middle school,
I liked him.
That was my singer.
I liked him until we met him. We went to an event where he was performing. I'm not going to tell the whole story. But to make a long story short, Musiq Soulchild does not like singing his hits. He wants to sing his new music. And we'll wrap that story there. I'll fill you all in on that story a little bit later, how we got there, how that whole situation ended up. It was really cool. One of the best times of my life. Mm-hmm. But I was a little upset. He did not want to sing his hits. He was like, I'm just here to play my new music. He was mad. He was a little trying to be like a R&B thug in that moment. Like, hey man, you're supposed to be about the love. Give us what we want. But it was just one of those experiences that you don't forget. So it's like meeting somebody that you like and then they just turn out to just not be what you expect at all. So
yes.
Yeah.
This is still a good point you bring up, because Verzuz is not just about the music. It's also quasi about the performance, the stage presence, and what you bring to the audience. Mm-hmm. So that is brings a different dynamic. So their music, it can go toe to toe on a lot of songs. I think one might be able to step a little harder on a couple other songs. I'll keep that to myself. But in terms of performance and stage presence and personality and like warmness and relatability, the scales might tip on one side or the other. That is a great point. I wish them the best. I hope it's all about the music and everybody's on their best behavior.
On our next episode, we'll give you our recap of it. We'll tell you who won. No matter what the scores are, we're going to tell you who at least we think won.
Should we say that now? Like who we think will win?
I'll give you my prediction.
Okay.
Anthony Hamilton, no conflict, no hesitation. I'm going 11 solid wins for Anthony Hamilton, 7 solid wins for Musiq Soulchild, and then 2 even ties.
What about
from where I'm from. That's a tie.
I was just randomly remembering all of Musiq Soulchild's hits. So I think for the music, if it were just about the music.
Who do you think is gonna win? Who do you think is gonna win? There's no...
Musiq Soulchild will win for the music.
Nope, that's it.
Anthony Hamilton will win for the relatability.
Who do you think is gonna win the Verzuz?
Probably Anthony Hamilton. You know, he's been like a host of different award shows.
He's
and
a
things
people
like that.
person. He cares about his fans. You know what Musiq was doing with his fans when I had an interaction with him? Telling us, I will not sing you my hits. If you want my hits, you can go and listen to that music. Just word for word. This is what he said. He was like, half of y'all don't even probably know my new music, but I'm going to play it anyways, because that's what I came here to do. And then he proceeded to sing all new music that nobody there heard about, that none of us cared about, and that none of us really wanted to hear. We wanted to hear him play the hits, but he wouldn't. But now he's getting the check from Verzuz, and now he will. So fast forward, now I'm going to get a chance to see Musiq sing his hits. I had to wait 4 years for it to happen. And we're still going to tell you that story, but not today.
All right, a little disclaimer here. We should have said this at the way beginning of the episode, but I hope none of what's been shared today will sway you in your Verzuz watching. Watch it in purity with a pure, open heart, open mind. Be ready to be entertained and swooned.
If you've had an experience with either of those artists, please share it in the comments. If you've had a personal experience with Anthony Hamilton or Musiq Soulchild, share that in the comments, just so we can have a better understanding of if that, because people are off some days. So that maybe it was an off day for him. Maybe every other experience that people have had with him has been beautiful and pleasant, and that just wasn't our day. So I'm willing to accept that. So if anyone else has had some really great experiences or not so great experiences, either way, feel free to share those in the comments. Outside of Verzuz, just to do a quick jump, we've been watching Power Book 2, Ghost. We've been watching that. The last episode just happened. It's been a really great season. So on one end with this episode, that's over now and the season's over now. But the same side of it, SnowFall is coming. And SnowFall is a show that a lot of people like. I like it.
I need to watch the last few episodes of whatever the past season was. I missed those, but I do like it very much.
So I feel like that's going to be a little transition of getting overpowered, having a little downtime, but then also welcoming SnowFall when that comes. YouTube is most likely going to be where a lot of my entertainment is coming from outside of that. There's definitely going to be some more great Black shows coming. There's some that I expected more from, but the networks haven't really held up their end of the bargain. That's a topic that we'll get into in a future episode, but a lot of times you hear about the power struggles between these Black creatives and the networks. I've heard Courtney Kemp refer to that when she's talking about Stars and the power struggle that she's had of what she's been doing to contribute to the show, create the show, and they're telling her, you know what, like at the end of Power, Courtney Kemp would do a little recap at the end where she would talk about the show and kind of give a deeper dive into some things that we just saw. And Stars told her nobody was watching that, so they cut it. How are they going to tell her nobody was watching it? We were watching it. Other people were watching it. Now she's doing it on her own Instagram Live, and it's getting thousands of views on Instagram. Then it's getting reposted on YouTube and getting another thousands of views. So clearly somebody was watching it, Stars. And then you have other situations, Our Kind of People. That's another one. We had talked about that a few episodes back, and Fox has just Fox fumbled the bag when it came to Our Kind of People. I can't even sugarcoat it. That show couldn't get a consistent view. It would be 1 week and then, oh, Fox, we have this special event. And then you won't see it for 2 more weeks. And then it'll come on and then, oh, sorry, Fox, we have the World Series, so we're not going to see it for a couple more weeks. And then, oh, sorry, Fox, we have a snowstorm, so we're not going to see it. This show was, this season, it took September, October, November, December, January, 5 months, a weekly show. At most, you're talking 3 months. 4 months, maybe. Maybe some breaks, whatever, mid-season finale. Some shows do that. They'll take a break 2 weeks. So let's just say it would have been 4 months, and that's being very graceful. It was over 5 months to get the show, and I would go on Twitter and people would say the same thing, like, hey, did they cancel the show? What happened? How come the show's not on? It's been over 3 weeks. We haven't heard anything about the show. So, yeah, Fox definitely fumbled the bag with Our Kind of People. There's a lot of great potential there. Hopefully, it gets picked up for a future season. I don't know. We'll see. And with that, we will wrap up. We will end just by reminding you once again, if you enjoyed what you heard, if you appreciate Black love and Black excellence, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you want to have your business highlighted or just promoted, feel free to just send us a DM or email. You can find that information in the description.
Thank you all for watching. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. Stay blessed.